Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of what many consider the actual part of March Madness, the round of 64. We're here at the event center in San Jose, California to welcome in the start to the first weekend of March Madness action. And we begin with 15-seed Akron versus 2-seed Wisconsin. Winner of this one will play either 10-seed Arizona or 7-seed Cincinnati in the round of 32. The Akron Zips make it back after a couple years away from the action. Last time they made it to the dance in 2031 for the Badgers. Not even three. This is now 5 straight seasons of making the tournament, and this is their tied highest seeding since 2031. Where they made it all the way to the Elite Eight, but fell to the eventual national champions, 1 seed Oklahoma. Hello, everybody. I'm your play-by-play commissioner for this one. I'm your commentator, but Commissioner Daniel. A little bit of a Freudian slip there. And right by my side, as usual, we're at this point partners in crime. LSW Commissioner Pike is color commentary for this one, and I will say it's pretty cool of you to be able to join us, considering I'm sure the prep for Final Destiny has been nothing short of chaotic, hasn't it?
Yeah, I got my flight booked to Seattle and all that, but we are all good. But I'm not here to talk about some wrestling. We're here to play some basketball.
And before we do that, just to give credit where credit is due, a lot of work has been put into in Final Destiny, which is the show of shows in our universe. It will be happening day 1 tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time, and day 2 will start at 8 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, all PM. So make sure you don't miss it. But anyways, as you said, we are here for some college basketball. We're here for some March Madness basketball. We start off with Akron in Wisconsin. As we can see on the screen, we can see how different these two teams are. What else should we know about them?
I think the biggest key thing, though, for both these teams is that Wisconsin has been, it's Coach Richter, of course, at Wisconsin. And, he has been building this team to try and be a more offensively heavy team compared to last season, which understandably so, because last season he couldn't even get past the first round as he was knocked out by Tennessee. But here, not only is he looking for revenge, he's looking to try and dominate his way through it. But, looking at the team comparison here, you can tell this Wisconsin team is so much better than they were last season. Almost 100 points per game. And, of course, the rebound percentage has been really good. Field goal percentage has been really excellent. And, of course, they have a really good 1-2. And Donovan Elias and Oric McCollion at the guards there. So this is a really dominant team for Wisconsin. Meanwhile, for Akron, of course, being the MAC school who won the conference championship, they did earn their way here. So I'll give credit where credit's due. Of course, you earned your way in just by winning the conference championship. But of course, you're going against probably one of the team that's just absolutely heavy in the front and heavy in the back.
Speaking of it, we will say this, and we'll provide an update. With the Wisconsin Badger faithful have known for quite a while that this season they have been a little bit shorthanded in the front court. That is because Jacoby Carson, who has been a steady, backup for Jack Hammer, has been dealing with an injury, with a severe injury the entire season, and he was not cleared when expected to. So they gave him the medical red shirt, so he is out for the rest of the tournament, meaning Badgers have to play a little bit underhanded, a little bit undermanned in the front, but I think they'll be able to weather the storm, at least for this contest. Speaking of which, I think the referees are finally getting us all to the sidelines and clearing the court for what is to be an exciting start to March. And now I can fully say that this graphic matters. This is the bottom quadrant of the West region, everybody. And of course, you can also find it on our Instagram. But starting lineups, you have Tavari Johnson and Homer Chung in the backcourt for Akron, Pat Mayfield, Amani Lyles, and Andrew Johnson in the front. For Wisconsin, Donovan Elias, Ulrich McCullion running it back Mayhem Mathers now starter, Kenny Kirkland from Drake, and of course Jack Hammer, who is in talks for Big Ten Player of the Year. Now, Wisconsin, this super fast team that loves to gallop up and down the court. With Akron, a little bit more methodical. As Lyles and Hammer meet, and it will be the Zips to start us off. Now, if you had to label one key point for both teams, what are they?
I mean, the biggest key point here for Wisconsin is of course, the down low blocking with Jack Hammer, but of course, you got to look at Donovan Elias and Kenny Kirkland, who's going to be two of the best players on this team. For Akron, though, it's going to be the center, Amani Lyles, who's going to be the biggest factor for this game for them.
Oh, right away, Pat Mayfield unmarked from 3, and it's Akron that opens up the scoring in the round of 64. Oh, big pass in. Hammer will lay it up and in easily.
I sent you something on DMs, by the way, partner. You can check that real quick.
Let me go look. As Pat Mayfield is at top of the key, tries to swing it in.
Oh.
Mari Johnson picks it up. Over to Andrew Johnson. Lyles tries to swing it in. It's picked up. And an insane shot. No way! No way!
Already start with this, bro. Already start with this.
Already potentially shot of the tournament, shot of the round. Already.
Desperate shot, desperate measures. But I will say this real quick, though, somehow he misses it. The biggest thing for Wisconsin in this game is going to be the turnover game. They're going to try and force Akron into many turnovers because of how well their defense has been playing. So Akron needs to watch out for that. Anytime the ball gets poked out, you got to rush for it every single time.
Corner shot. Mayfield rings it in. This is a fast start for Akron right here.
Really weird start already.
Elias tries to move on in. Johnson backs him up. Fade away. 2. Clean shot.
Yeah, Wisconsin needed something on the board after Akron gets it off to a weird but also an amazing start, though. But already trying to kill the momentum early. Yes, this is what the Zips need to do, is just trying to keep up with the momentum.
Johnson, 2 ball. It rattles home. And Akron is in flow. I don't even know.
The problem is Wisconsin. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, I didn't even know how else to put it, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, the one thing Wisconsin needs to watch out for is just do not let teams have a run. That's the biggest thing. That was their biggest downfall last season against Tennessee. They allowed the Volunteers to have such a huge run last season, and it really costed them throughout the entire time. But here, though, Akron already off to a good start. But there it is. That's what I mean. Did they just call a foul?
They did. Terrible call. Terrible.
Are you kidding me?
Refs.
He blocked it.
Refs, that was all ball. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, there's Andrew Johnson at the free throw line, undeservedly, but here he is. And while I make these adjustments for you real quick, he just missed the first free throw. Andrew Johnson
that
did.
was bad. I got to see it on the right side of my screen, or the left side.
Should be better now. But he did get the second.
Yep, all good now.
Sweet. Again, fast start for Akron here. Bounce pass into Kirkland, the transfer from Drake. Last time we saw Drake in the tournament was in 2032. Back and forth passing here. Mathers pulls up, mid-range shot. It goes in. Mayhem Mathers, first year starter.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say Mayhem Mathers.
These little...
Go ahead.
All right. I was going to say, these little small scoring by Wisconsin, I mean, it helps them in the long run because, again, momentum is the biggest key here in March Madness, especially in these early rounds. And
big block right there. Combined effort down low. Here's Mayhem Mathers. I want to talk about him. Foul drawn. And no go, but it will be free throws coming. Now I get to talk about him a little bit. Mayhem Mathers was coming off the bench in his first 2 years at Wisconsin. There were rumblings that maybe he was seeking transfer, but he stuck with it, and now as a junior, he's finally starting, and he's turned in a big season for the Badgers in his first year starting. First free throw falls.
honestly, just the fact that he was very patient about his place inside the team. You know what? Worked out for him. I'm very happy for him.
His free throw right there, unfortunately. But yes, things did work out for him in the end. He's an important player on the squad. Now Akron still up by 3. 3.5 minutes into this one. Johnson backing down Kirkland, trying to work his way in. Turn around 2. Whoa, no, nearly went in. Rebounded by Mathers. McCullion trying to already slice his way in. Akron defense got set pretty quick. And you want to think about it right there. That is Coach Brett Richter. And from what I can tell, it seems like that was a blocking foul. Well, not even reaching, just a blocking foul, yeah. McCullion, 3-ball. Oh, almost in.
Would have been enough to tie the game, and especially since in this situation, I feel like that would have given the Badgers a little bit more, but big steal.
The way to get in the passing lane, Mathers! They let him through easily. He'll take the dunk.
Reason why his first name is Mayhem, stuff like that, causing turnovers and just slamming the ball down.
Oh, good action there, and Homer Chung gets the baby hook shot to fall through.
So far, Akron is showing a little bit of resiliency here, especially with a 3-point plays. Wisconsin only shooting 1 so far. 2.
Jackhammer.
2.
Yeah, Jackhammer right there. Wanted that 3 to fall. Couldn't get it to go, though. Lyles from 3. That's off the mark, too, so they're trading misses from downtown.
First missed 3 for Akron.
So Kirkland almost lost that one. It bounced into his hands, and he'll convert the 2.
It's like Akron just trying to play more inside zone and trying to block off passing lanes and just trying not to let him inside the score. But, I mean, stuff like that is where you're going to go to. But, oh, man.
Big block down low, met at the rim. Lyles got denied twice. Oh, but turned over right there. Wisconsin's got to be careful.
Exactly what I mean there. The turnovers. It's going to play a factor. No, that's a big foul.
Jackhammer called for his first, and that's Pat Mayfield going to the free throw line.
You can already tell that Akron just, again, attacking the inside lane so much. Both Kirkland and Hammer both have 1 foul each, and so only 6 minutes in, both of those guys are now in a little bit of foul trouble, but they got to make sure they don't pick up a second one here.
Mayfield misses his first free throw right there. And again, because of Jacoby Carson not being available, the Badgers are in a uncomfortable position. They have to try and protect their big guys. Now here's Donovan Elias after Mayfield just made that second one. Double failed right there. Elias, 3-ball, no, he's got blocked. Well, Wisconsin still has it. Mathers from the elbow, got it.
Put this man anywhere on the court. He ain't missing anything. 3 for 3 so far, and all 3 of them have come from different ways. A little bit of a shoot up. I mean, this guy literally slammed the dunk. My goodness, what a slammer. I was going to say it. Slammed the dunk, and I just shot a 3, but Akron, my God.
Beautiful dunk right there. Amani Lyles. Hammer tried to go through the contact. He fell short on it.
A lot of contact there. I'm surprised. Surprised there was no foul called.
Yeah, surprisingly, the refs let that one play on. Screen set. Mayfield drives. Layup goes.
Yeah, that man-to-man defense Wisconsin's trying to pull off, it is not helping them. Akron's setting up the man-to-man perfectly with just a perfect screen, and it's just affecting them all the way. But, man, stuff like that Wisconsin's battling off the board.
Helps to have size down low. Jackhammer provides it. Second opportunity goes for the Badgers. Now Tavari Johnson.
I was going to say, that's another thing Wisconsin needs to focus on this entire game. Second opportunity points. Getting out with a big lead like that from Akron really set them back. But, of course, second chance points are going to be the biggest key for this game, especially when on offensive rebounds.
McCullion over to Mayhem. Turned over. Elias tried to feed that one in unnecessarily. Foul. Pat Mayfield, count that baby in a foul.
That's a foul of Mathers.
So far, Pat Mayfield is having a terrific start. Chung is going to go to the bench. Like for Red Jones, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, 11 points already for Pat Mayfield. One of the few senior leaders on this team. Been main reasons for Akron's March Madness appearance. Can't convert the 3-point play, though. Look at Wisconsin already trying to establish some position. McCullion's in trouble. Loses the ball. They'll say it's off of Akron, though.
I think it's probably with Akron, and we discussed this before in the game part where we're both in the booth here. Pat Mayfield is the only small forward on this team. They don't have a backup. They would have to go to a smaller man, like, for example, say Eric Wang or Brian Angelo to play for him. Or you can go bigger and go Jack Walters.
That's the thing. Pat Mayfield seems like the most important player on the floor right now for the Zips. Just because of that situation. Oh, foul drawn. Oh, count that baby in a foul. That is Sean Holt.
It's like a foul on Monty Lyles. And it is.
Another big-time player for the Zips. That's a guy they want on the court at all times as well. But Sean Holt, actually a standout player, played a couple of seasons at Nebraska. Before that was at Tulane. 3-point play achieved, and we're tied up.
Nothing wrong with playing with the Green Wave there. I kind of like Tulane in the Green Wave, but honestly, good decision though to flip over to Wisconsin.
You know that Tulane actually made a March Madness appearance in 2031?
Actually, I did remember that.
8-away 2 off the mark. Johnson rebound. Oh, what a swat right there! Kenny Kirkland
Oh my goodness!
had him boxed up, locked up. Kirkland 2-ball no, rebounded by Hammer, and he'll get that one to go. That's what
Nice to know I'm sharing the same name with a man who knows how to play ball down low. Attaboy, Kirkland.
Monster block. Oh, 3-ball off the mark. Rebounded by Kirkland. Again, Wisconsin moving quickly. Holt switches it up. McCauley in. Tries to drive it in. Picks up his own miscue. Holt, 3-ball. Got it.
We'll say real quick though, both teams are dealing with foul trouble down low. Both centers, both power forwards on the starting positions, both have 1 foul each. They both need a... Oh no, that's the worst thing you could do.
McCauley fouls. Looks like, I think that's Reg Owens from 3. He didn't make it, but that's still a few free looks from the charity stripe. Wholesale changes for the Badgers. A few made by the Zips as well. And sorry, that's not Reg Owens, that's Brian Angelo.
Brian Angelo is the higher overall between Reg Owens and Brian Angelo. Is probably why he went in. Besides Reg Owens. Another thing too, Barner, just a little bit of update here. Wisconsin, 4 out of their 5 starters with 1 foul each.
It's definitely not a comfortable position.
Sorry.
Oh,
I was gonna say Donovan Elias is the only guy without a foul for the Badgers.
It's not a comfortable position, but I think they can more or less deal with it. It's a successful free throw trip here for Angelo. Chung is back on the court.
Also good though, Akron needed that after an 8-0 run by the Badgers. And so a little bit of points on the board helps them out a little bit.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Coast to coast. Almost getting that one to roll in. I think that is DJ Johnson, and Lyles just picked up his second. That's
going to put Steve Padgett in, I think.
It's
not.
It's actually going to bring Andrew Johnson back into this one.
But Johnson played the center now. That's interesting. They do have 2 backup centers. I don't know why they did not decide to go with another center there. Instead, maybe it's because Jack Walters is playing at the small forward position, which could be right unless it's one of those shooting guards, point guards.
Holy air ball. Wisconsin.
I don't think it was an air ball. I think it was just a little bit short. Oh, timeout.
Timeout by Akron.
It's not like that air ball from last night, from the Memphis game, though. Now that was an air ball.
Yeah, that one was truly an air ball. You're right about that. I do remember that. Oh man, but interesting start so far, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Akron got off to a really hot start. They just could not keep up the same momentum as they did to begin the game, of course, with 3 back-to-back 3-point shots. But, of course, they got to get themselves going back up here. Of course, their field goal percentage not really that well, which is why they're struggling here. It's just they can't get field goals inside. They're getting blocked a lot from the big guys down low, and so they got to figure out something to do. Maybe attack the perimeter a little bit more, but that's just how I think that they should go with it.
Oh man, is that Creed right there subbing for 3 months? Yo, thank you so much, man. Subscribed with Prime. Yeah, if y'all got Prime,
yeah.
this is the move. Praying on Wisconsin's
Great, what's
downfall.
coming?
Of course you are.
Crazy.
Anyways, we're back in play. Wisconsin's like his arch nemesis. So now it's like it's just not a rivalry. Texas and Wisconsin. Either way. Oh, they're setting up for a corner look right there. Tavari Johnson misses. Would have tied the game.
If you're new to LSL, though, you got to remember the Villanova-Wisconsin rivalry we had for about a season and a half.
Was a fun one. Jarrell Roberson enters the game. I think he's in place for Kenny Kirkland. Gets that one to go after a miss by Johnson. Or excuse me, that wasn't even Johnson. That was Bishop the fourth. Mayfield three-pointer. Make it rain. He has been money so far.
It's not only that part, but that was a near foul as well. I don't know who was blocking him. It might have been Mathers, but he nearly fouled him.
Johnson three ball off the mark, and it's rebounded by 33. I think that might be Padgett. Wrong though. Guy who's at center at the moment, Johnson swings it out. Down low on the block, swings it. And Johnson misses. Rebounded by DJ Johnson. And, oh, big swing in. Roberson, ill-advised shot. Somehow Johnson collects, but misses the second look. Tight one so far.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it has been. I mean, it's just down to Akron's defense. And, of course, it's their zone defense that's playing really well, but also their shooting has been nearly the same level as Wisconsin the entire time.
And it's because of that, man, Pat Mayfield. He has been electric so far. Bishop from three, he was blanketed.
I think Akron needs to be more aggressive down in the zone.
Graduate transfer from George Washington. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Graduate transfer George Washington.
No,
ill-advised shot there. Johnson loads up a two, gets it. Akron retakes the lead.
Pat Mayfield and Andrew Johnson so far have been leading this team, and they've been doing a really good job again. Without Amani Lyles, it changes the aspect for Akron, but right now, partner, it just seems like they've gotten better without Amani Lyles.
Look at that. Good finish down low. Yet another. And there we go. Timeout called by the Badgers. And gee, thank you so much for the sub, Killian. Thank you, brother. That's for 3 months as well. That's goated. Thank you, man. Honestly. But anyways, man, things just switched up for the Zips in a hurry. Badgers are on their heels. What are the adjustments that they have to make?
Well, I mean, I don't know how to say this, but I think for Wisconsin, you're just not defending the inside zone as well as you think you are. Yes, you're playing man-to-man, but that man-to-man is not working compared to what you were doing earlier with the zones. But this is just Akron just getting on fire, and Wisconsin just getting cold and, again, making mistakes on the passing game. So they got to clean up their work here and try and turn the ball over less.
Definitely haven't been able to keep it in their sole possession, that is for sure. But here's Kirkland. Mathers holds up a three. Got it. Big shot.
Big. Needed that. Just give it to the guy that you know you can shoot threes with. Of course, Mayhem Mathers has been on fire so far. And you know what? It works down in the end. You're back up only down by one.
Now Johnson, Avari, that is. They have Andrew. Homer Chung backed himself up into the corner. Guarded by George McCullion. Knocked away by Donovan Elias. Still great defensive mind there.
Yeah, beautiful court read there as well. Oh!
Padgett picks up his first foul, and Jack Hammer's headed to the free throw line.
It was just a good court read there by Wisconsin, just making sure that cover off the passing lane. They knew he was trapped in the corner there. And again, without anybody there to pick up the ball, it's just a complete turnover, and now they can tie the game, and they do.
What an important player Jack Hammer has been for Wisconsin for the past couple of seasons. And he continues to be a stalwart down low for the Badgers. Although, somehow they lose this game. That is it for his collegiate career. Johnson swings it over Chung. Padgett draws the foul. Hammer's got to go sit.
Yeah, both centers. Both starting centers. Hammer and Amani Lyles.
So now they're going to have to play somebody like a Jarrell Roberson, or they may even have Kenny Kirkland play down low. I think it's going to be Roberson.
Yeah, it was Roberson who walked in. Or you can move that Kenny Kirkland down low. Good option.
Reed. Looks like we had a little murmur in the connection. Better now. Not sure what happened there. Anyways, Padgett gets both free throws in. Elias. Pass. Kirkland. McCullion. Good play. Oh, wow! Somehow got that one to McCullion. I'm surprised.
Yeah, just a good passing all around. Just, again, they always say don't do too much passing, but when you try to find an wide open man, maybe passing it is the right option.
Mayfield driving in, layup goes. Man, he has been magical for the Zips in this half.
Yeah, he's got good footwork too. Just knowing how to slip by everybody and making sure that he has the wide open lane to just put two more up on the board.
Oh, wow, what a feed into Donovan Elias. Beautiful pass by Mayhem Mathers.
I don't know. I still don't understand why Wisconsin just decides not to attack at Mayfield. I understand the dude is athletic, but stuff like that is what's costing you.
Count
That's another foul at Kirkland.
Count that baby in a foul. Tavari Johnson.
Kirkland's got to sit.
That brings in Sean Holt.
They're playing Holt, Mathers,
And
Roberson, McCullough, Elias.
2-point lead for the Zips. 3.5 minutes in the first half. Elias gets boxed up. Might get ripped here. No. Now Holt has it. Good pass in. McCauley in 2-ball. It's off the mark.
Jeez. Momentum. It's been the name of the game so far.
Feed in. Mayfield. Oh, wow. He missed a shot. Didn't think I'd see it. Now you're Sean Holt. Wing pass in. Elias backs up. Guarded by Johnson. Little like zone look by Akron. Elias backs up. Good mid-range shot.
That was the beauty of a shot. Just a step back too. Really well.
Took matters into his own hands. He caught Tavari Johnson out of leverage. He utilized it. Mayfield, again, the dangerous man on this Akron team. Wing it out. Chung. Back to Mayfield. 2-ball, it goes. 21st half points for Pat Mayfield.
The leader of this team. That's all I could say. He's a leader. I understand who the valuable player is.
McCullion tries to drive in through the contact. No. Gets his own miss somehow. Whoa, what a block. But Roberson picks it up. And he misses, falls short. That would have been an air ball.
Yeah, it looked more like he overshot it.
Getting it down low. Johnson matched up on Roberson. Fade away. 2 gets it.
Johnson 10 points as well. There's a lot of guys on Akron that's been doing a really good job. Johnson, Mayfield, combined 30 points.
McCullion tries to bounce it in. Somehow Elias picks it up and knocks down the fadeaway too. Now, feed in. Johnson, 2-ball, it goes.
Man, Wisconsin just not blocking down low like they're supposed to.
They have been struggling on defense. McCullion gets the feed, kicks it out. Over to Roberson, a lot of passing here. Mathers, misses the 2.
Hey, wide open on the wing there. I don't know why you didn't shoot it. Oh,
Paget misses. Now Holt. Boxed up. Roberson gets the feed. Draws the foul. Oh, almost went in. Paget picks it up. That's his second.
yeah, that's going to have to put in Tim Hinton. So, foul troubles for the centers here on Akron.
So he's going to come out. Wherever that is. And, of course, Jarrell Roberson is going to taking up the duty of playing down low for the time being. First free throw falls. Not necessarily known to be a good free throw shooter, so any free throws that you can get out of Roberson are important. And he'll get both. Good. The shot clock is off. Akron looking to keep this lead and go into the break. Surprisingly up on the number 2 seed in the West region. Homer Chung misses the shot. Oh, an opportunity here for the Badgers.
Yeah, they got to go quick, though. They have 15 seconds, of course.
McCullion tries to drive in. Interesting passing. Elias off the side of the backboard. Still an opportunity for the Zips. Mayfield has the ball. Chalks a shot up. Oh wow.
My goodness.
Almost went in. Akron leads by 2 at the half over number 2 seed Wisconsin. Instant reactions. What do we got?
Well, I can break down a couple of things here. Akron has been on fire. If they get on a run, they'll run away with it. That's the biggest issue so far I have with Wisconsin. They just can't. A, they can't stop fouling, and B, they can't force turnovers. They're not forcing Akron to miss. They're not forcing turnovers as much, and they're just getting dominated down low because of this zone defense that Wisconsin's bringing.
At Mayfield with 20 first half points is by far the most surprising thing in this half, honestly. Now Kirkland tries to bounce it down low. That zone defense will give Wisconsin a second opportunity here with the inbound. Kind of ping pong.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Good pass in to Elias. See what they do here. Bounce pass in. Mathers, count that baby, and a foul. Good drive to start the second half.
Honestly, good. You also found one of the biggest contributors of the Akron team of Pat Mayfield.
I actually think that was Lyles that may have picked up the foul. It's not clear there what happened.
Well, actually, I saw there was a graphic that said Mayfield got the foul.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Anywho.
Oh, don't worry. I pay attention to like every detail I can.
That's big. Oh.
Ooh.
Little 2-ball there by Lyles. Didn't see a whole lot of time on the court in the first half. Hoping to see more of it now. Mathers, 3-ball. Whoa! Quick trigger.
Big. Absolutely huge. Needed something like that just so he can get something going here in the second half. And so a big 3 like that can immediately change the momentum of the game.
Mayfield in the corner. Dumps it off. Lyles with the post moves, and he gets it to fall.
Again, just down low. Wisconsin needs to have more bodies down low. It's what's causing them all these points to not, or it's just what's causing Akron to get all these points up.
Hammer draws the foul on Lyles. So that's his third, and yeah, it looks like you were right about Mayfield.
Man. Miles is just... He has been in foul trouble all day. Already on his 3rd foul.
First free throw falls for the Hammer. Jack Hammer. You'll get both. Like you said, Wisconsin is struggling to keep Akron off the board because for the most part their interior defense has not been up to standard. But here, good defense on Johnson. Feed to Mayfield. Mayfield will miss the shot.
That was a good one-on-one match there. Mathers just had him covered.
Mathers through the contact gets it to go.
Speaking of which,
Mathers has 8 of Wisconsin's 10 second half points. Oh, good feed in. Mayfield off the mark again, rebounded by McCullion. Look at this. Swing it out, deflected by Chung and picked up by Johnson. Much needed takeaway there. Mayfield, quick trigger finger from 3, cannot get it to go. Looks like
just a big 3 at any point would have just changed the momentum there, but instead, it ain't going to change anything.
Jack Hammer. Nobody on this Akron team can out-physical him.
Talk about laying down the hammer, quite literally.
Chung misses the shot. And Wisconsin's picking up some steam. Hammer through the contact. No, rebounded by Lyles.
Akron's going to slow down this tempo. That's what their problem is right now. Forced fouls or something.
Corner 3 by Mayfield. Not this time.
Coverages in the game will help Akron more than anything else, but stuff like that is just going to hurt them.
Beautiful pass in. And Jack Hammer utilizes that space that the zone gives. Johnson kicks it out. Chung in the corner. Johnson, turnaround 2, spins out on him. Akron has all of a sudden been stunted. Now the Badgers. Kirkland wants to drive in. Foul called and almost went in. But Lyles is on his 4th.
Monty's been targeted this entire time. They know this man loves to be way more physical inside the paint than anybody else. And so that comes to bite him.
Wide first half for Kirkland. He was more so tasked with trying to defend. A hot start by Akron. First free throw falls. All of a sudden, Wisconsin's growing their biggest lead of the day at a time when Akron is slowing down.
No, this is the biggest opportunity. I mean, for the Badgers to try and build these points. And bet you Akron can take a timeout right here as soon as they get off. Yep.
Time for the Zips to talk things over what they could possibly do to get back into the run of form that they had in the first half. I'm not totally sure, because at this point, Wisconsin locked in.
Well, the main problem is with Akron, though, is that they just became more inaccurate with their shots than anything else. And of course, stuff like that can really slow down a team's game and all that. So the momentum completely shifted. The entirety of the, how can I say it best? The pace of the game is not to their standards, and they want to try and do something slower. But again, Wisconsin forcing them into this fast-paced game, and it's just really hurting them. So what I got to do, all I can say for Akron is be more physical inside the zone, try to draw more fouls, slow down the game, and make Wisconsin try to play a game at a snail's pace. That's all I can say.
Meanwhile, Wisconsin has been able to just completely take over by overwhelming Akron with their fast style. Of course.
Yeah,
but
honestly, stuff like that is what's going to just make a huge difference between the two teams. Wisconsin forcing pressure, of course, and constantly stuff like that is just what's going to make them succeed more and more, especially with shots like that not hitting.
Mayfield once again missing. Good pass in. Kirkland draws the foul on Padgett. That's his 3rd.
Geez, 7 fouls on the centers alone for Akron.
The problem with the zone defense is sometimes when you have teams like Wisconsin that are always trying to work their way into the paint of play, you got somebody there on an island, they're more often than not in trouble. 12-point lead for the Badgers now. 12 minutes to go. Hard to believe it, but with Akron, with how fast they started, all of a sudden you look, first of all, almost 3 minutes of play without a single point. May change here though. Good kick out. Johnson over to Mayfield, misses the shot again. So it's not just that. But if I'm not mistaken, they only have 4 second half points, but they get the turnover.
Yeah, they're just not answering on rebounds. They're not getting them. They're not giving second chance points, nor they're just getting too desperate for points.
Whoa, jeez! Tavari Johnson, what were you thinking? Trying to go up with that. Elias, layup. Oh, it misses. Akron honestly should have paid the price there, but they got away with it. Johnson.
Absolutely.
Almost turned over. Pops a 3 off the mark. Akron, with the hot start that they had, all of a sudden a complete 180. Hammer draws the foul on Chung.
Well, all I could say is that when momentum shifts, it really shifts. And when you're at a pace where you're comfortable for Wisconsin, it is exactly what it is. But also, halftime adjustment could have been the biggest factor. They probably understood that they were being a little bit too aggressive down low and got 2 of the players with 2 fouls and, of course, 6 fouls in total. But now, partner, they're clean.
So far, a much better half for the Badgers by far. They harnessed a 14-point lead. Still a lot of game time left in what is seemingly a game that is all of a sudden flipped on its head in terms of Akron's, I would say, level of play. Chung, the right elbow. Johnson. They wanted to get over to Andrew Johnson, but the Badgers have tightened up defensively. Now McCullion backs out. What's he find here? Gets backed up by Johnson. Johnson's trying to rip him. Now here's Mathers, doubled up. He'll get it off. McCullion 3-ball, bang!
17-0 run. Actually insane.
In the corners, Paget. Feed in. Chung draws the foul on Kirkland. So finally, Akron's going to have an opportunity to break their scoreless run.
Yeah. I mean, any opportunity you can, just put points on the board at this point, I mean, it's a blessing.
Finally, the scoreless run is broken. Chung with the free throw. He has another one here. It's both. I know this thing is far from over, but man, at halftime I thought we were in for a chaotic start. I'm sure you felt the same way.
Absolutely. Oh.
Turnover there. Akron picks it up. Maybe this can help reignite the fire they had. Maybe especially for a guy like Mayfield who struggling this half.
Holy air ball.
I can't even speak without laughing. Moving on. Wow, what a pass in. Oh, big block. So it'll still stay with Wisconsin here. Andrew Johnson on the rejection. But how do you
airball from right there?
How do you airball?
Not even glass, not even rim, airball.
Done. Bounced off of Akron. Yen. They with the Badgers. Great day for Mathers so far.
Like compared to Tavari Johnson, I mean, that's a weird comparison.
It is. The direct comparison is right there. Oh, what a pass inside!
Yeah, you got Mayhem Mathers and Pat Mayfield.
There's another timeout. Akron can't stop the bleeding.
I mean, it is a 19-2 run. 19-2. Actually wild.
It is. Wisconsin showing that they, let's put it this way, they had their hiccups on defense in the first half. Part of it maybe was just because Akron was playing out of their minds. Things have definitely come back down to earth.
Yeah, it really seems like Akron just gassed themselves in the first half. I mean, they put all the energy they could to try and keep up with a lead, but now they just completely gassed themselves. Now they just can't bring up that same momentum they brought in the first half alone.
But of course, with Akron, you wonder if there's any sort of avenue. I'm starting to have some doubts just because Wisconsin has finally figured out defensively how to set up against the Zips. Meanwhile, Akron just, sometimes you got it in the first half and then you lose it. Sometimes you start off slow, but then you're able to pick up steam quickly. So just one of those situations, but we'll see if anything changes here. Mayfield bodied up. Mathers can't get that one to fall down either. 20 points in the first half for Pat Mayfield, and I don't think he has a single score in the second half. Kirkland.
That is absolutely tragic.
Yeah, it is. No goal for Kirkland. Oh, beat in. Johnson can't get it to fall. The struggles continue for the Zips. Foul drawn. Count that, baby, and a foul. It's Kirkland.
And that's Pidgeot's fourth, I think. Or Padgett's fourth. It is. Wow.
They are deep into the reserves now at this point. What at halftime seemed like an upset alert kind of game, the Badgers have just taken over completely. Mayfield at the top of the key. Still no points in the second half. Settles for 2. Finally, he scores.
Eesh, I mean, how much damage has already been done, and now you're just mentally, you're just drained.
Mathers pull up 2. Got it. Halfway through the second half here. Mayfield at the top of the key. Like they're setting up for sort of corner look. Johnson, 3 ball. No. And he tried to get the referee's attention there. Maybe ref was looking away on that one. Who knows? McCauley trying to drive in. Kick out. Mathers, 2 ball off, but Hammer's right there. Outmatched.
Yeah, it's gone ugly.
Outmatched, outgunned. When you're not able to take a guy like Jack Hammer out the game, that proves to be the reason for fail. Oh, good little 2 ball there by Akron. I think that was Akron's 10th point of the half. And nope, Akron will still get the ball. Seemed like they were going to get it either way, but Mathers just gives him an opportunity to breathe. But yeah, folks, we still have 3 games to go, by the way, tonight. Okay, Andrew Johnson. Oh, worked his way. Count that, baby, and a foul.
At least there's somebody in this team that's down low that can step up.
That's Hammer's 3rd, by the way. It's Andrew Johnson at the charity stripe.
I mean, I feel like the biggest difference between the first half and the second half alone. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the difference is that Akron in the first half just kept on playing down inside the lane and just forcing fouls and all that, and it really got Old Hammer and Kirkland 2 fouls each. Compared to this half, however, it's like they're scared to go inside the paint.
It's interesting. I will tell you that. It's 3 right there by the Zips. But I think it's also something about the approach by Kansas. Ooh.
Need another foul. That's Mayfield second.
Soon enough, they're going to get him out the game just because he's in it.
Tim Hinton, the other center that's playing right now, somehow has no fouls.
Yeah, it's interesting. I will tell you that. Successful trip to the line once more for Mayhem Mathers. 6 minutes left. So crazy to believe the kind of start Akron had. That near half-court 3 by that guy right there, Andrew Johnson, who just missed that one. Hard to believe that's the same dude. Kirkland, they're the contact no-go, rebounded by Mayfield. Akron has themselves a highlight moment with that one shot.
I would say the entirety of their first 3 shots.
Interesting. Oh, falls short, and there's Jack Hammer. Yeah. No, the start for Akron was something insane. We already were on the edge of our seats when that happened. And just the way that first half unfolded, we're just like, oh, we have a chance. And this is how things unfolded after.
Yeah, just not attacking the paint enough, not forcing fouls, not. Oh wow! Holy, what?
Blocking foul on Tavari Johnson. I don't know about that one, Chief.
No, bro, what? He got shoved to the ground by Donovan Elias. How did he get the foul?
I don't know what the refs saw there, but I think it's not going to make much of a difference either way. That's why I'm not pulling up the replay booth here.
Still, Buddy got absolutely bodied by Elias, and the refs just said, "Nah, you're getting a foul, buddy. It's Elias."
You're not wrong.
Slipping under the table, I see.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong about that, though. Johnson somehow down low and completely missed the shot right there. Man, it's been such a struggle. Kirkland, another foul. Count that, baby, and a foul again. Sheesh.
Good Lord. And Lyles comes back in.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? Remember that game in the round of 64? I think it was the very last one of the round. And it involved a different MAC team. Remember that game between Ball State and Gonzaga? Remember that?
Oh my God, yeah, where Ball State had the entire first half just dominating, or being like toe-to-toe with Gonzaga, and then DeAndre Markel just went completely off in the second half.
And he was already going bonkers in the first half, too. It was just that everybody else woke up and played better defense. It's like the same thing has just unfolded here. But in terms of a Badger fan, you gotta feel comfortable now. I mean, halftime, I'm sure that was a nervous crowd, especially down here. I mean, if we had a sideline reporter, I'm sure they'd be able to attest to the energy levels being like up there in terms of nervousness. But now I can see the student section at for Wisconsin. They're all laid back and chill and having a good time. So funny what 10 to 12 minutes of game time can do.
Yeah, that's all I can really say. Well, you can say, look how much time can make a difference.
So, assuming that Wisconsin has the job done, of course, we've seen crazier things before, but I really have there really is nothing that is suggesting that Wisconsin is all of a sudden going to lose their hold on this game. Their next opponent, seemingly, either going to be Arizona or Cincinnati.
It'll be a fun game, honestly.
Speaking of it, we will find out who Wisconsin plays tonight because they got to play their contest out. Oh, good jumper by Tabari Johnson. Yeah, seems like everybody is comfortable with Wisconsin's lead here, especially with that jackhammer mid-range shot.
27, man. AKRON's up by 2 at the half, and I'm pretty sure part of they've only scored about 14 points in the second half.
Yeah, only 14 points.
That's a disgusting number. Oh my goodness.
What can you do about this behemoth jackhammer? There's a reason why, which by the way, folks, there is a post that I put out a little bit after halftime or during it, sometime around there, and I highlighted the top 10 players, in my opinion, in each region. And with Jackhammer hitting that one again, I think it is justified me putting him into that list for this region because he has been nuts.
Well, I can confidently say now that this is actually good. I feel like this is great for Wisconsin.
Oh, look at that.
Say this, but Kirkland. Well,
yeah, Kirkland's on his 4th, but I don't think it really matters at this point anymore.
Well, either way, very happy though for the coach, Richter. Again, bouncing back after last season when he was knocked out first round.
Granted, it was by the defending national champions at that time, but still, you still measure things on that barometer, so to say, and it's important to be able to check that box off. So
yep.
It's a step in the right direction. They're gonna have to face a new challenge. Whether it's Arizona or Cincinnati, both teams are gonna present their own challenges. So Wisconsin will hopefully be ready for either one. That's a 3-ball by Mayfield. Jeez. So now you want to start hitting your shots again. Okay. 28 points overall. It doesn't take away from the fact that he's played it tremendously well. Jeez, what a boxer on defense. But
yeah.
But if you saw when he was at the free throw line before he got that free throw on the and one. 10 for 23. He was shooting a lot better in the first half. Oh, there he is again. Oh, block.
They may make this a 30-point game. Oh my God. Nearly.
And Lyles is out the game. Only 6 points to his name. Unfortunate, but at this point, what happened right there is like finding out you lost the TV remote in a house fire.
Yeah.
Wisconsin has a chance, by the way, to drop 100 points. I just noticed.
Jesus. If it couldn't even get any worse. If it couldn't get worse. It does.
Adrenaline-inducing first half. All of a sudden just calmed down. Tremendously.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. All right. Yep. All right. Kenny Kirkland, congratulations. You just made the highlight reel for March Madness. And another turnover. Hammer, get
Maybe they do
yourself
it.
one. Bam. Jeez.
99. It is a 33-point game.
Load up the 2. Johnson misses. There's Wisconsin. If they don't get over 100, I'd say that's a little shameful. Yeah, they're gonna get it either way by the free throws.
Wow.
And Padgett's out of the game. The backup center's out of the game.
Jeez.
Ulrich McCauley, and I will tell you this, is like, I think the second or third most important player on this team, especially when, during regular season play. He was a force to be reckoned with. Only 6 points in this game. It just goes to show, matchups-wise, he didn't have to do much. He provided actually really good defense, come to think about it. Unfortunate miss from the line there, but still. And a timeout by Akron, where there's no point in calling that. Just drain out the clock.
Carter, just let you know this. The score number here in the second half, you're not going to believe this. 56-20.
Holy crap, man.
In the second half alone.
Holy crap. Holy moly.
Yeah, it got ugly.
Man. Talk about silencing the critics. Now, understandably, it's Akron, but still.
No. You can't just say it's Akron. Because usually when you see teams like this, it's usually like a 20-point win or 25-point. This is 30. They're winning by 30. They were down 2 at the half, and they've outscored them by 36 in the second half.
That is just unbelievable.
So yeah, don't take the excuse of it's Akron. They're outscoring them by 36 after struggling the first half.
How do I think there is a meme. It's like, it's that one dude in a gaming chair meme, where at first he's like leaned back, and then all of a sudden he's leaning in. That's Wisconsin.
Yep.
The 3.
Oh, nice.
That was Wisconsin in this game.
31 still, and they have to score again. Oh my God, there's no way.
I was gonna say. Rebounded there, and
oh my God, what?
Wait, what?
Hold on. Wait a sec.
It didn't even count for points. God bless. Because
how did he get the foul?
I don't know.
How the hell is it? Nah. What the hell did we just watch? Excuse my language. What in God's name did we just watch?
Oh, son of a gun. I cannot believe it. No way. He just
How did he get the foul?
I have no idea.
Only excuse I can think of. Only thing I can think of is he just completely just charged into him. But he did still.
Well, that's that. Congratulations, Wisconsin, on a massive second half. You're on to the round of 32. Jeez Louise. I'm kind of beside myself a little bit on what we just saw. Whatever. Oh, man.
Okay,
There it is.
Oh, man.
Wisconsin officially the first team through to the round of 32.
And this is the official bracket now.
Yep. Everything now is official. until we get to the Elite Eight, and at that point, we'll have to see whether or not the regions are aligned correctly or not. So TBD on that. So far, what we have been seeing is correct. So, with that being said, coming up soon is the second game of the night. I think this one has a little bit more intrigue to it. This one, we're staying in the event center for 11 seed Georgetown versus 6 seed Florida. Now this one should be fun. We will be back soon for this battle. So stick around, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.